It's 2:10 in the morning and I've just pulled in my drive. You've got to ask yourself, is it worth it? Of course it's worth it.
I thought I could hear it. They're the parrots. The parrots of Liverpool. And there's a gang of them. The parrots of Liverpool. Right then, I've gone for a 1 down, 2 up, bottom hook, aimed with crab, second hook up, aimed with crab, and then black on the top. Second rig of choice is the earth bar with an 80-pound snood of 2 foot to a big soft, frozen soft crab and black wrap. 2 big large hooks, rather big bait. Both rods are now out and fishing. I have left my mics in the van. Don't fancy leaving my gear here to go and get them, so we're going to have to work on it. Anyway, I'm going to set up base camp and we'll go from there. Whoa, I nearly fell off my box and then missed the box. I'll leave that in there. Shit. Excuse the language. Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back. That was almost a terrible start. Well, you guys might have found it funny, but yeah, how are we all doing? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the River Mersey. If you haven't worked it out by now, we're at the River Mersey and we're on Otterspool promenade chasing cod. Now you might be thinking, he said 5 seconds ago he didn't have any mics. That was about half an hour ago, that clip. And I was sat here humming and hawing thinking, do I go back to the van, do I not go back to the van? I didn't want to leave all my gear here and I didn't want to lose my spot. It's fairly busy. For a Tuesday, mid-morning, it's fairly busy. Anyway, some gentleman was walking along and he says, good morning, how are you getting on? I said, oh, I've only just got here about half an hour ago. And I said to him, do you fish? And he was, no, I don't fish. Anyway, we got talking and he seemed a very nice gentleman. So I said, do you mind standing here for 5 minutes when I run to my van and get my mic? Because I'm a YouTuber. And he went, another blinking YouTuber. See them along here all the time now, he says. So he goes, yeah, no problem at all. So I left my fate in his hands with all my fishing gear and I made the run for the van. Now we're on the River Mersey and we're chasing one thing and one thing only. So you might be tuning into a blanking video, but we're chasing the cod. We're having a go. This is my first proper cod session of this winter 2025. Now I'm not going to mess about with small baits. I have shown you what baits. They're on a 3/0 hook, which is a rather small bait, but I am going to stick to trying to fish with the earth bar, large baits. I've got a pulley dropper on with a large bait and a 3 hook, 2 up, 1 down, just thrown in the mix every now and again. We're just going to try and target a cod today. We're going to try and avoid the whiting if we can. And if it turns out to be a real grueler where nothing happens, we may have a go for a thornback ray whilst we're here. Why not? I'm going to change the angle of the camera with the day, and as the day goes along, I have just taken my coat off because I am sweltering, and let's see if together we can catch a River Mersey cod. The conditions are quite nice. It has promised a little bit of rain later on, nothing too strenuous, but during this video, and I'm going to make the appeal and shout about it now, which I always do in most of my videos, I'm not sponsored by anyone, but I have been asked a couple of questions. One of them questions is regarding the Sentry suit that I've had for a few months, so I'm going to answer that one, and also have a bit of chit chat regarding a few other questions and see how the day goes, really. Just see how the day goes. So yet again, another rather long intro. As I have explained, we're chasing one target, and that is cod. That means we could be tuning into a blanking video, but we're going to have a go. when you're targeting a certain specific target, it can sometimes be difficult, especially when it comes to the unicorn, the cod.
So there hasn't been a lot of update, but I've been talking, to be honest here. So there's not been a lot of update. There's no fish, so that's another reason why there's been no update. But also, I didn't decide I was coming until 5 o'clock this morning. And when I went to the freezer, my Tom had already emptied most of my freezer.
Good like that, kids, aren't they?
Kids are good like that, aren't they? Yeah.
Yeah, I lose to some old time.
So then I thought, do you know what I'll do? I'll phone Dad and Lad. So Carl has kindly brought me some blacks. So, if I blank now, mate, I'm just shite, ain't I?
Yeah, they're going to get you some cod in a minute, aren't they?
So I'm going to catch a cod now.
I hope so.
So, nice one to the man here. I will bring you back with a bit later on and see how we get on. But at the moment, there's a big yellow thing in the sky. I've been talking flat out, so I haven't done a lot of filming. But we've got loads of time, and hopefully we'll show you a cod before it's all out. Well, it's not the cod that I promised, and the lads are still here, catching up. Just doing a bait check, I didn't even know if it was on. But we're off the blank with a whiting. Unless I catch a big whiting, it's the last whiting you'll see within this video. Because next I'm going to show you a cod. So he says.
So I thought I'd just do a little bit of an update regarding some bait. Carl's just dropped me some bait off, Carl from Dad and Lad, fair play. And like I say, I haven't done a lot of filming because I've been talking. So I'm going to try and do a bit more filming now as we go along. And what I wanted to show you was the spider crab. A frozen spider crab. Now this is a bait that you're starting to see a lot more of in tackle shops now. I've been using spider crab for most probably over 10 years. And it can be a good bait, and sometimes when a fish is slow like it is today, or not even happening should I say. Yeah, we've got a dog just coming through here, for a minute. Go on, you don't want nothing from here?
Come on.
So, as you may be able to tell, I've taken the legs off that spider crab. I'm just going to break the shell. So it's just a peeler spider, it's just like buying a normal shore peeler crab. And you just peel it off. And you get this lovely, soft crab underneath, as you can see. Now this is full of like a brown juice, and it puts off a fantastic scent in the water. And when the fishing's quiet or just isn't happening, sometimes just putting that something a little bit different out there can be the trick in tripping a fish up. So I've got the top of that peeled off now, so we've got lovely soft, and I'll just break the bottom up, take the bottom up, and I'll show you the end results once I put it on a hook. Right, so I've now peeled that right back, and I have mounted it with on the hook. As you can see, that is full of juice, full of meat, and it'll put off a really good scent within this murky water. So yeah, we'll see if it does make a difference, because the fishing is really quiet. I could be catching whiting if I wanted to, but as I said earlier on in the intro, it's all about the cod today, all about the cod, and we're going to try and stick with that for as long as we can. So then let's have a little bit of an update, and as you hopefully can see, and the sun's not too much in your eyes, both rods are bent over in the ebbing tide. That's right, it's now an ebbing tide. I'm going to have to apologise for the lack of footage today, but there's a chap that's been down here, and I don't know him and not met him before, but he follows the socials, and he spent the best part of 4 hours talking to myself, and I find it rude to do any filming. So yeah, I didn't want to film whilst he was here and be rude doing that. So with that in mind, there is a lack of footage, but there's nothing much exciting happened. I think I've had about 6 whiting now. What I would like to say is a massive thank you to the lads that have brought me some bait. So first of all, I hadn't planned to come till 5 o'clock this morning, not realising that I was lacking on frozen blacks in the freezer. So I'd contacted my mate Carl from Dad and Lad Fishing, and he kindly brought me 4 packs out of his freezer, or 3 packs out of his freezer. Shortly after, another friend of mine brought me some fresh blacks.
Look at that, when you know somebody that doesn't want to go on camera, that turns up and brings you some fresh black. Look at that. Now I can't fail, can I? So I have got a lot of fresh, well, I've got a lot of black lug with me now. I've probably got the best part of 5 wraps between frozen and fresh. I've also got a bit of ragworm. So with that in mind, I'm going to try and do my best and keep the video going. And we're going to fish here for about an hour, again, of the ebb. But I'm going to stick with the River Mersey cod hunt, and I'm going to go and fish into darkness. So the plan is now is I'm going to fish here for a little bit longer, like I say, about an hour, and then I'm going to take you maybe to another mark. Well, it will be to another mark, but first I'll go and get something to eat, find a gentleman's room to go to the bathroom, and yeah, so a toilet call, bit of fresh food, and we will go and have a venture to some more marks, or another mark, and fish over low tonight and a part of the flood before I head home, as I have work in the morning. Right then, a question that's been asked to myself, or asked me, about my sentry suit that you can currently hopefully see me wearing. Let me see if I can block the sun and put you in a better view. Hopefully I'm still in camera shot about there. Now, my sentry suit, I've had it for a couple of months and I have abused it. If you follow me on Facebook or follow me on the channel, then I absolutely fish more than your regular angler, shall we say. So the suit itself, I find it very comfortable, very, very comfortable. Definitely not the warmest of suits, but today there's a brass cold monkey's wind coming down the river, and underneath it I've just got a fleeced jumper, one t-shirt and a pair of jogger pants, and to be fair, I'm quite comfortable, quite warm. Waterproof wise, it's not 100% waterproof. I would say it's about 95% waterproof, but it's definitely the best bit of waterproof kit that I've ever had. Now, I've got I'm quite a large fella, it's a polite way of putting it. I've got the XXX bottoms, and I got to be honest, very roomy, very comfortable. I like the pockets are waterproof, my phone and stuff in there, and I've been out some torrential weather and my pockets are waterproof. Now it does lack a little bit. I've had a little bit of water just on the arm seams here and a little bit at the back of one knee, but that could just be wear and tear where I've been sitting on the rocks and stuff. So yeah, the sentry suit for myself, I've got to say I rate it. I think it's well worth the money. It is a little bit pricey. I bought this one at ABC and they have them in stock there, which is Anglesey Bait Centre. And yeah, as I say, and I want to know, I'm not sponsored by absolutely anybody, so there's no benefits in me to tell you something's good. It's just something that works for me. He's got a white in next to me there. So yeah, with that in mind, I think I've spoken enough, I've talked enough. I haven't really gone over rigs and that. We may do that on the next mark, but please do bear with me, stay with me on the Mersey cod hunt, and let's see if we can pick something up. I have had 5 or 6 whiting. I don't want to bring them all to screen, they're only whiting, but if I get a big 40cm plus one, then yeah, it's always worth a look, isn't it? So yeah, let's see what happens, guys. So I did think I'd just show you the stamp of whiting that I'm getting now on the ebb. Are bigger, definitely a little bit bigger. Still, it's not that codling, is it? But a nice whiting all the same. And I'm getting a few of them now on the ebb. Surely there's got to be one over this wall somewhere. There just has to be one cod over this wall somewhere with my name on it. Welcome to mark number 2, everyone. Welcome to mark number 2 of the same day, and it is bitterly cold now. We're still on the River Mersey and we are still in Liverpool, my favourite city. My favourite city, mark number 2, and we're 2 hours off low water. Now I've been fishing, this is my second cast on this mark, and I've not fished this mark before. I'm going to be really honest with you, I've not fished this mark before. I've seen it, I've heard about it, and I've come for a go. It's comfortable fishing out the side of the van, so that's ideal.
But I may go back to Otterspool from here. I do have to go to work tomorrow, but we will see what happens. It's fairly busy down here, fairly busy. So I finished off on Otterspool with about 12 or 15 whiting on the ebb. The weed situation was pretty good, to be fair. There wasn't much weed, but I am just chasing that one fish, the cod. Just chasing that one fish, the cod. So, as I may have said to you in the intro, it might be a blanking video, but it's not a blanking video because we've had some whiting, but they are not the target fish. They are not the target fish. Welcome, of a sort, but we definitely are chasing just a cod in this video. Now then, chasing cod. Chasing cod is something that I was obsessed with for years and years and years. My PB £7.2 came off the River Humber. Oh, very long time ago. Very long time ago. So I would love to beat that. But do you know, as time's gone on, if you can find one of £5 to £6, you've still caught an amazingly cracking fish. So we're going to keep going. We're going to keep pushing. As my mate Lincoln says, keep pushing, son, keep pushing. So if Lincoln, you're watching, I'm pushing, mate. I'm bloody pushing. Excuse the language, I don't mean to swear. I do edit a lot of it out. But it is just natural fishing with me, Tommy Joe. And we're on a mission. Now I've got some exciting news for you. And I'm walking about because I'm freezing cold. I've put my trainers on for this, Mark, and I should really put my boots on. Well, if I stay here, I'll put my boots on. But if I move, I'll put my boots on. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. So yeah, I've got some exciting news for you and the channel. I've been very busy with a big fish match, which was a very long video previous to this one. So if you haven't watched it, I totally understand. But I would say it's a fairly interesting video. Fairly interesting video. A lot of work goes into a big fish match, but we're not going to talk about that tonight. I'll leave you watch that video if you'd like to watch it. But interesting and good news for the channel is it is now Monday night. On Friday, I am off for 5 days. 5 days. So you can guess what's coming up. Road trip. Oh yes, we are going on a road trip. So this video will go out on Thursday night. I will be going on a road trip. Now I'm not going to tell you where I'm going on a road trip, and the reason I'm not going to tell you is because I don't know. But what I will tell you is I am not going on this road trip alone. I've got company. I've got company on this road trip. If all goes to plan anyway. It has been planned for a couple of weeks, and it'll most probably be my last big road trip before Christmas. There'll be other road trips before Christmas, but I mean this will be the last 2025 big road trip. 5 days. Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night, Monday night, travel home on the Tuesday. So 4 nights fishing, 5 days. Do you want to see us go cod fishing? Do you want to see us go back to Scotland? Do you want to see us on the big golden beach down in Chesil in the winter? Don't know what it really has to offer. Where will we go? What will we do? Anyway, I will carry on with tonight, and I'm going to say it's been a very chattable video so far. I am going to show you actually the rig that I'm using, which is the Earth rig. I'm going to show you that in detail, just in case there's some people I've never seen it, and I think it's a fantastic rig. Now I know it's a fantastic rig. It's the most simplest fishing rig you can get that is very effective for catching cod and bass. Now I'm saying that and I'm smiling at the same time because I haven't had a cod today, but anybody that knows fishing knows cod fishing isn't straightforward. So I'll show you that rig in a short while. I'm most probably have another quick cast. I'm fishing one rod on this, Mark, at the moment. So yeah, that's enough. I'll shut up now. But I'll show you that rig in a minute. Right then, so we're going to have a quick look at the earth bar. As I explained, I said I would. I'm trying to get the best light in to show you that. So the earth bar, I'll put a little picture of it here now so you can see. But it's basically a small little metal bar, just like that. And on one side of it, it has a swivel. and then on the other side of it, it has a little sleeve that opens so you can pop your lead on and off. That sleeve just slides back down to ensure your lead doesn't fall off. Now this is the most simplest, it's almost like a running ledger, but a fixed running ledger. It's the most simplest and cheapest rig you'll most probably ever use, and it is very, very effective. So that little rubber seal just runs back down there to make sure your lead doesn't come off. Then with on the bar, you got a swivel. This is terrible lighting, I do apologise. On the bar you've got a swivel that runs up and down, and that is able to go round. The reason for it to go round is so it doesn't tangle within the tide. Now this fishes solid to the bottom. I've got 2 big hooks on that. I'm fishing big, as you're aware by now. We are looking for the big one and only brass fish, the cod. On that I've got an 80-pound hook snood of about 2 foot. Now you're most probably thinking, 80 pound, that's very heavy. Yes, it is a heavy hook snood, but the reason behind it, there is a reason. It'll stop it from tangling in the tide. I've been using this one all day today, and it's caused me no dramas. It doesn't tangle because it's nice and stiff, sits in the tide. That fish is tight to the bottom where them cod should be feeding if they're there. If they're there. I'd eat that if I was a cod. That fresh blacks found with a fresh peeler. What more do you want, man? What more do you want? It is now currently freezing, and it is now about 9:15 at night, and we're still going strong ish. Baits keep going out, the baits keep going out, and there keeps being nothing happening, just a few whiting. Come on fish, there was a whiting rattle on that just a minute ago again. Now then, you can call it crazy, you can call it needs sectioning, or you can actually say dedication. I'll let you folks decide which one it is. You join me back down in Otterspool. That's right, we're back down in Otterspool. We've moved back up the river, and it's a little bit like Barbados compared to what it was down there in that wind. It's quite nice. There's a few anglers back down here. I'm back down here now, and it's just gone 10 p.m. The water is flooding. It's just hit the wall, so let's hope now. Last push, last bit of dedication, and we are proper chasing cod on the River Mersey today, aren't we? We've been all over the show. What we need now though is for them rods just to bounce, just one, that's all we need. One cod, codling, any size, 6 inches, and I can go home with a smile on my face. I'm sure there's many people that'd be happy with a smile on their face for 6 inches when we say that, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean. I am definitely feeling the cold and definitely hungry. And believe it or not, I've got work at 7:30 tomorrow morning. Well, I need to leave the house just before 7 a.m. So the plan is, I'm going to stick it out here now in Otterspool for about 3 hours of the flood, which will take me just a little bit past midnight. And then I'm going to venture home. But I do have a bed in the back of my van, so worst case scenario, I will drive halfway home. I will pull over, catch a few hours sleep, get up, make the rest of the journey, grab a shower, jump in my works van, and go and do a day in the office on the tools. So bear with me, and let's keep going. Let's keep chasing them Mersey cod. Just one. That's all we're asking for. One. The dedication of looking for that target fish is still underway. Well, it's midnight now. I am freezing cold. I've got a 2 hour and a bit drive home, and it's safe to say no cod were hurt or damaged within the making of this video. Jeez, I have fished hard today. I have definitely fished hard today. Well, that's cod fishing, that's the chase, and it will continue.
I want to thank you all for tuning in. I hope you've enjoyed this little adventure down to the Mersey. So until next time, guys and girls, keep safe, keep fishing, keep chasing them dreams, or keep chasing them cod.